My iPhone used to get so hot I could barely even hold it. I'm not kidding. Especially in the summer, I just figured it was a fact of life. I'd be driving with my GPS on, and the screen would dim itself into oblivion. Or I'd decharge it overnight and wake up to a phone that felt like a fresh hot pocket. When it got hot, the performance would tank. The battery would drain like it had a hole in it. And I was genuinely worried I was frying this expensive little computer I rely on every single day. If you're doing all this on a hot day, in direct sunlight, or inside a sweltering car, you're just making it worse. Heat is the #1 enemy of the lithium-ion batteries in our phones. Every time your battery gets too hot, you're permanently damaging its health, which means it will hold less and less charge over time. So, keeping your phone cool isn't just about comfort. It's about the long-term life of your device. Now that you know the enemy, let's talk about how to beat it. It's like trying to run a marathon in a winter coat. The case traps all the heat the phone is trying to get rid of. This is especially true for those thick, rubbery cases that are fantastic insulators. The phone can't cool itself down because the world around it is already hot. If I'm in the car, my phone goes into center console, a cup holder, or a door pocket anywhere shady. If I'm outside, it stays in my pocket or in a bag. The absolute worst thing you can do is charge your phone under your pillow or on your bed, a desk, a nightstand, a kitchen counter, all perfect. The hard, flat surface actually helps pull a little heat away from the phone. Also, I only use Apple-certified chargers and cables. iOS is an amazing operating system, but some of its default settings can be secret heat. These are the digital habits I changed. Those cheap, uncertified chargers can have dodgy voltage regulation, causing them to pump out extra heat and put your iPhone at risk. Blankets and pillows are insulators, just like a phone case. They trap all that charging heat, which is not only terrible for the battery, but, in rare cases, can even be a fire hazard. Your iPhone's happy place is between 32 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Every single time an app pings the GPS, it uses a good chunk of power and generates heat. You'll probably find apps that have no reason to know where you are set, too, always. For most apps, while using the app is the perfect setting. For apps that don't need your location at all, switch it to never. By cutting off that constant GPS drain, you cut down on a massive source of heat. If you have a dozen apps doing this 24/7, your phone is basically running a background marathon it can never finish. Direct sun can push you way past that limit. It's not about being paranoid. It's about remembering your phone is sensitive electronics, not a grilling steak. The brighter the screen, the more power it chugs, and the more heat it creates. Auto brightness is pretty smart, but in direct sunlight, it will crank the brightness to the absolute max, which adds to the heat problem. Apple knows overheating is a major pain point, and they've been fighting it from the inside. It worked, but chips kept getting more powerful. With the iPhone 16 line, rumors are flying that Apple switched to a new material. Graphene is a bit of a wonder. Material it's way better at conducting heat than the copper or graphite that was used before. This means it can pull heat away from the hot chip much more efficiently and spread it out to cool off. Part of why a newer iPhone might stay cooler is thanks to some pretty slick hardware that Apple has been quietly adding. That sudden, extreme temperature change can create condensation, little water droplets on the outside and inside of your phone. Water and electronics are a fatal mix. You could short out the main board, damage the battery, or get moisture trapped in your camera lens forever. And getting a helping hand from the awesome cooling tech Apple is building right into the phone. Start with 1 or 2, build them into your routine, and you will absolutely feel the difference. And make sure you're subscribed for more tips to get the most out of your tech. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which secret you're going to try first. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tech challenges, future experiments, and real talk from TechSwave65. I'll see you in the next one. By ditching the case when it counts, dodging the sun, creating a safe charging spot, and cleaning up those background processes, I have totally eliminated the overheating that used to drive me crazy. My iPhone is faster, the battery lasts longer, and I can finally relax knowing I'm not slowly cooking it. The right way to cool down a hot phone is to simply turn it off. Move it to a cool, shady spot and just let it chill out gradually. Be patient. Don't panic and run for the freezer. Background app refresh. Less apps you aren't even using, check for new stuff in the background. You're not doing anything intense. It's not in the sun, but it's still toasty. If your phone gets really hot, you might be tempted to cool it down fast by tossing it in the fridge or freezer. For the future, iPhone 17 Pro models, Apple might introduce a full-on vapor chamber cooling system, the kind of tech you see in hidden gaming laptops. A vapor chamber uses a tiny amount of liquid that vaporizes when it gets hot, spreads out to cool. This kind of heavy-duty cooling would be a game-changer for intense tasks like on-device AI and console-level gaming. So, part of the secret is that Apple's own engineering is working right alongside your good habits. For modern iPhones, quickly press and release volume up, quickly press and release volume down. Then press and hold the side button until you see the Apple logo. I do this maybe once a week, or anytime my phone feels weirdly warm. This is often a runaway process, bit of code that's stuck in a loop. Maxing out your CPU in the background, it's still perfectly easy to see, but it eases the strain. It means your screen stays on forever, burning power and generating heat, even when you're not looking at it. Set your auto lock to 30 seconds or 1 minute. It's a simple fix that stops your screen from wasting energy. So, Facebook is fetching new posts, your news app is downloading headlines, and your email is constantly pinging the server. Every one of those tiny actions uses the CPU and radios, sipping battery, and creating a low, steady stream of heat. That's when you see that dreaded temperature warning, and your phone dims its screen or just shuts down to protect its guts. These are the easiest changes to make, and honestly, they often have the biggest impact right away. This is called thermal. The iPhone is literally slowing itself down to cool off, which is why your phone feels so sluggish and laggy when it's hot. But then, things changed. Big time. My phone stays cool as a cucumber now, even when I'm pushing it hard. I ask myself for each app, do I honestly need this updated the split second before I open it? Social media, games, random utilities all turned off. The only ones I left on were essential messaging apps. Your phone will feel cooler, and your battery will last noticeably longer. By popping the case off, you're letting the back and sides of the phone breathe, and it cools down so much faster. The inside of a car can get dangerously hot in minutes, and that black glass screen on your phone basically acts like a magnet for sunlight, soaking up heat. It's a tiny, 2-second habit that makes a world of difference. It wasn't one magic bullet. It was a bunch of simple, daily habits I've changed, and a few powerful software settings I tweaked that completely turned things around. Your iPhone getting hot isn't some random fluke. It's basically a cry for help. Playing a heavy-duty game like Call of Duty Mobile, streaming 4K video, or using your GPS for an hour straight. These are all tasks that put a huge load on the processor. The processor goes into overdrive, demands more juice from the battery, and suddenly both are generating a ton of heat. Squeezed inside that slim case, you've got the main brain, the CPU, the graphics, brain, the GPU, and the battery. Anytime you do anything, from opening an app to watching a video, these parts are working, drawing power, and making heat. In this video, I'm going to share the secrets that took my iPhone from a pocket furnace to perfectly cool. And I promise, if you follow these, yours can be too. So, before we get to the fixes, it's really important to understand why this is even happening. But here's the real kicker. Constant overheating is a silent killer for your battery. The first set of secrets has nothing to do with your phone's settings and everything to do with your habits. I used to have this massive super protective case on my phone. Great for drops, terrible for heat. So, I made a new rule. Whenever I am doing something I know generates heat like charging or playing a game, the case comes off. This sounds like a no-brainer, but you'd be shocked how often we forget. Secret number 3. The charging sanctuary. My fix was to create a charging sanctuary. It's just a dedicated spot that's cool, flat, and has good airflow. Section 3. The software secrets. Taming iOS. The solution? A purge. Go to settings greater than general, greater than background, app refresh. You'll see a huge list. iOS is ruthless. Right up there with background. App refresh is location services. So many apps want to know where you are, and some want to know all the time. Time for a location audit. Go to settings greater than privacy and security, greater than location services. Go through this list, app by app. Secret number 6. The brightness budget and auto lock. Secret number 7. The strategic forced restart. The easiest, most effective fix is a forced restart. For a while, iPhones use graphite sheets to spread heat, and the leak suggests the evolution won't stop there. Section 5. The one thing you must never do. Before we wrap, I have to give you one last critical tip, and it's actually a warning. It sounds logical, but it's one of the worst things you can do. Conclusion and call to action. So, there you have it. It's a mix of being smart about your environment, taming those hidden iOS settings. These tips are simple, they're free, and they really work. If you found these tips helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out.